DA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Motion man right. That's Pierce. Here's Rodgers to throw. It's caught. Mitchell. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Rodgers changing the play, it appears. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this complete to Mitchell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line.
That's good for another goal kick. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Motion man right, that's Pierce. Rodgers now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Mitchell. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. On play action, it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Geno. And got his man complete. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. It's a big play there for Vegas. 63 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play. So now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Touchdown Raiders from 13 yards out. And the Raiders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now it's Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. His pass left side to Downs. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Rodgers to throw once more. On the move past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He's got his man. It's Pierce. Pulling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Raiders' 35-yard line.
Now Rodgers. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. It's Mitchell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. That's complete to Pierce. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Touchdown! Alec Pierce taking it in. And the Colts have retaken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now Gino. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A shotgun snap for Smith. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Gino now to throw. He's got it at the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Rodgers going to throw.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Left side, he finds Pierce. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Second down and a yard. Rodgers wants to change the look.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And Mitchell, 50 yards. And the Colts will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 17-14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
That's to the left side where he's got Bowers.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From the gun, here's Smith. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Raiders 41, Colts 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Got his man, it's Warren.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Tucker. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards. hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And that will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me, it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now Rodgers.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Rodgers again now. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. To throw is Rodgers. And he slings one that's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were heading for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
And again, it's Rodgers. And this complete to Mitchell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it. Down inside the 10.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Alec Pierce.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Shane Steichen, aggressive as a play caller. He's going to go for 2 here.
Complete at the 1. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Smith.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Jonathan Abram picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Mitchell. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Now Rodgers going to shift him around. Taylor. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's got his target. It's caught for the Colts touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Colts will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. A shotgun snap for Smith. Open man right side, Myers. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Now Geno. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Geno now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thornton.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
A great effort there. 49 yards.
And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Colts 35, Raiders 28.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Still fighting for more. How about this? Jonathan Taylor. And finally taken down at the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On play action, now Rodgers. Looking for Pearson, he's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Colts have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Smith. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Throwing now is Geno. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
Smith now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Brock Bowers, 28 yards, and the Raiders have cut it back within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays, but in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Carlson on for the PAT. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Rodgers changing the play, it appears. Delivers another one to Pierce.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now Rodgers.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers.
Got his man. It's Warren.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Rodgers throwing here. Over the middle, complete. That's Mitchell.
And he is going to have a Colts first down. And that should be the one that finishes this game off.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Left side, he finds Pierce.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Rodgers to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, the Colts will play again next weekend. Thanks for watching.